Hello and greetings and salutations. It's Dave Duford here at buylifeinsuranceforburial.com, where I help people like you do the due diligence that's necessary to find quality final expense life insurance. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Alex Trebek life insurance. Now, you may be thinking, I've seen that guy on Jeopardy, and I've seen him on all sorts of advertisements that I try not to watch to begin with. Who does he represent? And how does this product work? Because maybe you get all sorts of junk mail in the mail and see that stuff all the time and really just want the facts on how the so-called Alex Trebek life insurance product works, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. So let's get started. So first of all, just for clarification's sake, Alex Trebek is the endorser, is a paid endorser of Colonial Penn Life Insurance. You've seen their ads. If you're over 50, you get junk mail, if not monthly, definitely weekly from Colonial Penn. If you watch The Price is Right, any sort of game shows on TV, soap operas, and Bonanza, and all those old videos and TV shows that I probably wouldn't recognize, but you certainly do. They will definitely play these ads constantly, nonstop. And if you're interested in getting final expense coverage, you probably have gotten to the point wondering what exactly does the Colonial Penn program do? What does it specifically cover? How does it work? Because it sounds probably pretty good to you. First, they got the Jeopardy guy on, right? He's got all the answers to your questions. So the implication, the guy knows what he's talking about. It's a smart decision, right, to buy Colonial Penn. And second of all, I mean, even the description sounds good, right? If you recall, you probably remember that the rates never go up, coverage never cancels, and you cannot be declined. It's guaranteed acceptance life insurance. So all of this sounds pretty good, but if you've been around long enough, which I know you have, you know there's always some sort of catch. There's always some sort of fine print. And what better way to jump right in and investigate the fine print than with me? I help agents, or I should say I do help agents in one part of my business, but I help consumers like you figure out what is a good option and what isn't for life insurance. And so what I'm going to do here is just purely educational. I'm going to actually show you the application and allow you to make your own decision if what they do is actually right for you. And then after we actually show you this, I'm going to come back on screen here and just give you some thoughts as to where really the Alex Trebek life insurance program is appropriate, and then in other circumstances where maybe there might be something more optimal. So without further ado, I'm going to take you off of my screen here. And hold on one second. This is all advanced technology here. There we go. And let's jump right in. So as you can see, I am on the Colonial Penn website at colonialpenn.com. There's Mr. Trebek here, there, looking pretty good, if you will. And anyways, this is their guaranteed acceptance life insurance product, the one that's always on TV. And this essentially is what we call a information capture page. You go here if you were interested in their guaranteed acceptance program. And just like I said, sounds pretty good. You cannot be turned down, issue ages, locked in benefit amount, locked in premium, coverage can't cancel, flexible payment options. So, you know, sounds decent. But there's more to it. So let's do this. So what we're going to do here is, you can see here, an instant quote for guaranteed life insurance. You can put in any amount. It doesn't matter. Just put your age in. If you're doing this with me, feel free to follow along, and you can see all the same thing for yourself. You don't have to put your email in here. So just hit get quote, and here you have it. You're taken to a page where they show you, you probably have heard of the units that you can get. And all that really means is, you know, if you the unit costs $9.95 a month, which will buy you at your whatever your age is, $426 in life insurance. So that means if you want 10 units, you're only going to get 10 times this amount here. So you can see if you want 10 grand, it's going to cost you like $200 a month, which is fairly expensive. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Now, if you've noticed already, maybe some interesting things that are kind of perking your ears up. If you read here, it says that your information and benefits amount after the second year of coverage. And that's interesting, right? We usually buy coverage for instant coverage. So I would be concerned at this point. In fact, if you see here, it says click here for more details about this product. And look, I don't want to bore you guys to death, but I think this is pretty important to take the time to understand. So let me make sure you guys can see this. And I'm going to read this description to you. Now, it has listed Tennessee. Most of these are going to be the same. It doesn't matter where you live. Maybe you live in California. It's all the same, as you can see. It's refreshing. So the description of the product reads as follows. There are no health questions to answer and no physicals to take to purchase the plan. We can guarantee your acceptance because, here it is, this is the smoking gun, a 2-year limited benefit period for death from non-accidental causes. So that means any natural causes of death is limited in payout. So let's get more specific. If a death from non-accidental causes occurs during the first 2 years of coverage, the beneficiary will receive the premiums paid plus 7% interest compounded annually. After the first 2 years, the full face amount will be paid for any cause. For accidental death, just for full disclosure, they do pay immediately from the first day for the full death benefit. But that's it. So maybe in case you're not quite following me, that's fine. Let me kind of explain this in layman's terms. So what this essentially means is that with a Alex Trebek life insurance plan or Colonial Penn life insurance plan, if you die for any form of natural death within the first 2 years of the effective date, meaning when you made the first payment, when it's put into force, if you die from natural causes, let's say you buy a $10,000 plan, you make it the month 23, it's not paying the full death benefit. No, if for natural causes, they would only pay the premiums you paid in, plus 7% compounded annual, which at the end of the day is not very much. So if you pay $100 a month, let's say, or it could be $10 a month, you die in that 20th month, you're going to get $100 times 20 months, that's $2,000 back, plus 7% interest, which will probably amount to $150 approximately. So $2,150. And let's say that was for a $20,000 plan. If you live on the coast, you're going to need more coverage like that because prices are usually higher in the big cities and on the coastlines for a burial. $2,000 isn't going to cut it, is my point. And as we all know, we certainly don't expect ourselves to pass away anytime soon, right? I mean, I certainly am sitting here in good shape, getting around doing these videos, helping people out all over the country, but I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm 33 years old. But perhaps part of the reason you're watching this video is you know better, right? We don't know when we're going to die. We know we are going to die. We just don't know when it's going to occur. And I can tell you through experience that people die suddenly. You know this. You can die at any point for any reason whatsoever. You could walk out that door, have a massive heart attack, completely undetected by regular yearly physicals. Our lives by the second we're unsure of what really is going to happen, right? So I say all this because if you take a plan out that makes you wait 2 years, whether it's Colonial Penn, you've probably seen stuff from AARP or MetLife, it doesn't matter. If it's a guaranteed acceptance life insurance plan, for those first 2 years, for natural death is restricted, you are taking a gamble. You may not outlive it. You may die before it. And your family will probably still be stuck holding the bag. So what's the solution to this? So the key thing that attracts people to these types of plans is that it's guaranteed acceptance. And many times in the mind of a regular person who has no understanding of insurance, trust me, that's most people, they immediately think, well, I got diabetes, or I've got a weight problem, or I have high blood pressure. And they think of these things that are issues, yes, but they immediately assume the worst. They're not going to take me because of these problems. So I might as well just apply to guaranteed acceptance knowing I've got it, while really the whole 2-year waiting period thing isn't clear in their minds. Many times these people just don't understand that's exactly what happens. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is, first of all, you have to understand as a consumer, insurance in general has become more and more competitive as lifespans have increased, average ages have increased. Medical care and prescription drug care have cured diseases, have made diseases last the entirety of life. Look at an example, even AIDS. Somebody can live with HIV or AIDS with proper treatment and have a normal lifespan as long as they take care of themselves. Or we actually have companies, there's a few that will do real term insurance and different kinds of products where normally they would have been declined. So where I'm going with this is that many times the issues you think that may be preventative of getting quality life insurance are just not. You can actually get good final expense life insurance coverage with all sorts of ailments. I'll give you a couple of quick examples to kind of satiate your thoughts. I've insured people with diabetes, insulin dependency, from an early age, even type 1 diabetes. I've helped people out who've had diabetic neuropathy, complications of diabetes. I've helped people who've had cancer history, heart history, cardiac history, you name it, fill in the blanks, strokes, heart attacks, seizures, aneurysms, neurological problems. I saw a lady yesterday I wrote a policy on 3 years ago as lupus. We got her fully covered from the first day. Actually, it was multiple sclerosis, but I've helped people with lupus as well for first day coverage. Depression, behavioral health issues, mental health issues. These are things that can get first day full coverage. You just have to find somebody who understands the products that are out there and which carrier will do what. And that's what I do. If I may be so kind as to make my pitch, if you're looking for life insurance, what you want to deal with in this business is somebody who's not married to one particular product. You want to deal with somebody who is a broker, someone who can shop the most competitive companies and see which ones are going to give you the best value, the best price, the best coverage, and the combination of it. There are all sorts of people. Most people don't get to their 50s, 60s, and 70s without something as basic as blood pressure or diabetes or something far worse. And the good news is there's a lot of companies out there that are very competitive in wanting your premium dollars, and they're willing to make concessions you probably wouldn't even imagine possible on underwriting to get your money. All you need is somebody who can hook you up and understands how to navigate those companies to get you the best price and the best value of coverage, which is, again, what I do. So the takeaways here in this lesson, ladies and gentlemen, is make sure before you make a decision on buying life insurance that I would recommend talking to the broker. It doesn't have to be me, but it could be anybody out there that represents a variety of companies, because what you don't want to do is go into one particular company because you've seen their ads all these years or you've seen their junk mail, and they're brand name companies and they do a good job of what they do, but you're unaware that there could be fine print involved. And many of the companies that send you junk mail, many of the companies that have ads on TV running have these kind of fine print that prevents you from getting really the best deal for you. And really, it's not about you, it's about your family, getting them the best overall price and coverage that's available so you can maximize the payout and really give your family as much peace of mind as possible. At least that's how I look at things. I think that's how this business should be done. If you've got any questions about anything you've seen or any coverage out there and you're wondering how it works and you want to get the best deal, please drop me a line. My number directly to my office is 888-626-0439. If you prefer not to call and you're the kind of person that likes to email a few times, I'm cool with that. Best way to reach me is going to my website. It's buylifeinsuranceforburial.com. You can send a message or do a live chat with me. Doesn't matter, whatever you're more comfortable with. I just want to help you out. That's kind of why I'm doing these videos. So other than that, I want to thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you next time. Take care.